other phone to monitor. I'm just gonna have to trust it that it's on 3 bars. But what I'm gonna do is I'm fun to turn it around. I'm fun to turn it around on you right now. You there? Who is that critter? Fun to turn it around on you. Where it says DG, it should be yellow. But, got a lot of glare in here, huh? Let me let me plug you back in. Let me plug you back in here. Yeah, so I didn't bring anything with me. So it said I had 3 bars on 5G. If that's true, that will be amazing. But I'm using my better camera, so it has quite a bit of light on it. I don't have. Oh, I gotta turn this on. Oh, I didn't want to turn all the way on. Just halfway on. There. I hope it's charging. It's not going to be on long anyway. I just want to show you what I got. Um, and yeah, I don't have a flashlight in here. I'm surprised there's this one guy who's doing electronic repair. I'm surprised he gets his flashlights from the tool store when you get way better lights from eBay. Because when you buy the ones from the local stores, they use that thing where you can put 3 AAA batteries. It goes a police cruiser. Where you can put 3 AAA batteries, so it increases the diameter of the flashlight. And in my opinion, my humble opinion, I think the one that uses a smaller diameter is way much better. It's designed for an 18650 battery. And so gotta find all my flashlights. I think I lost one. I don't know where the hell it's at. I got all that junk in the back. But anyhow, let me show you what I bought. Okay. I got the chili beans. Okay. I think this is them. There's 2 different Clover brand chili beans. One is the red kidney bean chili beans and pinto bean chili beans. So I think this is it. I'm going to open it. I haven't been able to find it. It's the one I told you. It's like menudo chili. You know the chili you eat in menudo? It's like that kind of chili. I went to Walmart today. I didn't get none of their chili beans. I didn't get the ranch beans or any of them. Sometimes it seems like the ranch beans kind of change, but sometimes they look completely like orange. And this chili is red. Like I said, it's like the chili that's in menudo. And so I grabbed 2 cans because I'm gonna have to open 1 can to find out. And that'll probably be soon. I still forgot to get the dogs some hot dogs. Um, I finally gave the dog some Kentucky Fried Chicken bones yesterday, so now the dog's coming around. Um, because I haven't fed the dog forever. He's got new owners or something somewhere. He's a little coyote dog. And so uh so I got the beans and I'm hoping it's them. If not, I'll just have to keep searching. Okay, I got these. It's Clover Valley brand. It's the stuff you get at Dollar General. chili beans. Say con carne. You know what? These are not chili con carne beans. These are just chili beans. Huh? That's weird. Maybe that has something to do with it. Okay, but I'll open it up and check it. Okay, and let you know. But if they do not have, chili con carne, then you have to buy some hamburger, right? So where's the best place to buy hamburger? Probably that grass-fed hamburger they got at Walmart. Probably that'd be pretty good. People started saying, grass-fed, but I was driving over by Iowa one time. It was Iowa coming right out of Nebraska. So I don't know if it was Nebraska or Iowa, but pretty sure it was Iowa. Um, and I was talking to the lady in there. One time they actually had corned beef. I guess they have a special every other time, but I stopped in there and I said, is there any corned beef? And they didn't have any. But the corned beef that they made the one time when I drove through this one I was driving up to, where the hell was I going? I don't even know. Johnstown, New York or something. Somewhere in New York, or Buffalo, or Rochester, probably. Rochester, New York. That place is bizarre. But yeah, I told her, I said, or this was when I was out close to Wyoming. This is when I was out close to Wyoming. I don't remember, but uh, she told me. She says it's corned beef, not grass-fed beef. The one that's good, right? So all these people are all grass-fed, because people were saying that they were pushing that grass-fed beef, right? And but really, I think it's the corn-fed beef. That's the one that is the good one. When you actually feed the what do you call it? Cattle. When you feed the cattle corn, well, you smell the stuff that they feed them. It smells pretty good, but do your own research on that stuff. Um, so they actually feed some cattle around here. I've seen them. They feed them mandarins. I went out there and grabbed some of the mandarins. Awesome mandarins are feeding the cows. And around here, they that's besides the point. They feed them melons and everything. Um, but you know, I don't think they have anything that says corn fed, right? Organic meat, corn fed. I don't think they have anything like that. So you probably the grass fed would probably be good. I don't know. I haven't tried it, but now that I'm thinking about it, I think I will. And add it to the chili beans, because apparently these chili beans are not chili con carne. And okay, so look forward to that. I got me some butterscotch. I haven't had butterscotch in a while. Butterscotch pudding. I just had the chocolate pudding, so grab me some butterscotch. How healthy they are, I have no idea. I haven't even read the ingredients. And I got me some marshmallows. We can have a marshmallow roast, because marshmallow is a herb root. It's actually used in Hulda Clark. She actually uses marshmallow. Use gravel root, marshmallow, goldenrod, and some other stuff. You can see it for yourself. It's in her books. But yeah, marshmallow is a root, and I think this has sugar or whatever. But this is for my hot chocolate, because it's freezing in that trailer. And if a storm hits like the one that hit yesterday in Arizona, um, that's gonna be no bueno, big time. But anyhow, I got the marshmallows for the hot chocolate and for roasting, right? Because they're good to roast. You know, when you roast it and turns black on the outside, it caramelizes or whatever and gives a total different flavor. So everybody uh, likes to roast marshmallow every now and again. And so this is Jet Puffy brand. So I bought those for my hot chocolate because it's unbearable in when you're that damn cold, right? You people from Russia should know that. And so I discovered an excellent. There's a chocolate bar that used to be sold at 99-cent only stores. I know they've only got them around in California, Texas, and some southern states. A lot of states they've never had a 99-cent only store. That used to be my favorite store, and then it started going downhill and just was gone. And there's so many good things that we can't get anymore because that store's gone. But in that store, they used to sell the Ghirardelli chocolate for $1, and you know it came in mint, uh, um, all different milk chocolate, dark chocolate, whatever. It's fancy, right? It's got like gold wrapper, silver, fancy aluminum wrapper on it, and well, they still sell them. You can get them at Walmart, but they're more than $1. I'll tell you that. Um, they sell this same brand too. Now, this brand that I'm going to show you is for this store, so I don't know who really they're buying it from. It could be Ghirardelli or whoever, but they don't wrap theirs as fancy as the Ghirardelli. I think if you read it, it tells you where it's from, so it's like an import. So that was really awesome. And you know, chocolate's supposed to be good for you anyway, right? And so Walmart has all different kinds of chocolate, but the price on a lot of the stuff went up. So I started searching right now, and I saw that they had all kinds of cool chocolate for $1.80 something, but I didn't see it because I forgot to take my glasses with me. So um, that's why I'm down here buying this. But this is really good. It's got sea salt in it, not just funky sodium, right? It's got actual sea salt. So that tells you they actually care about their customers. And it has caramel and sea salt, and it's in milk chocolate. And and I usually don't like the milk chocolate. Usually eat the dark chocolate. When I tried this one, it's so much better with flying colors by leaps and bounds. Is so much better. And so well, I the other night I wanted a cup of coffee, and I forgot what the situation was, or I wanted a cup of hot chocolate or something. And so I had remembered that I had one of these in the refrigerator. It's been in there all summer long. And so I said, I'll make me a cup of hot chocolate with it. And it came out um, actually excellent. So I'm going to try it again. You don't need that much. You only need about this much right here, right? So this will probably make 4 cups of hot chocolate. I still have to experiment with the amount, but it's got all those other ingredients in there, and then uh, milk chocolate means it's already got milk in it, right? So you don't have to add cream um, to it. When you make your coffee, you'll see. When you make the coffee, you'll see it's like you added milk to it because I guess milk chocolate has milk in it. And I don't know if you have to add any more. I'll figure that out once I make the hot chocolate, probably tonight or early in the morning. And so uh, make yourself a cup of hot chocolate with marshmallows too if you want. I didn't have marshmallows in that. I just bought that as an extra right now. Um, with this candy bar because the chocolate you buy at the store is loaded with all kinds of bad crap. Okay? Number one, aluminum. They put aluminum in it as an anti-caking agent, and that's no bueno. Okay? And and then they use some other funky stuff where this, if you read the ingredients, it is, well, I didn't read the ingredients, but I'm sure it's good. Let's see here. It can't be as bad as that powder stuff, because the powder stuff they have to add the aluminum sulfide or whatever the hell it's called to keep it from caking up. Okay, check it out. Ingredients: sugar. That's not bad. That's natural, organic. Uh, it's not chemicals. Wasn't made in the laboratory. It's natural. Your body needs sugar. It uses it, metabolizes it, and does all kinds of different crap. It uses it for energy, right? The second ingredient is cocoa. So that's not bad. Third ingredient is milk. Not too shabby. Um, Cocoa, something, skim milk, uh, butter, some kind of glucose syrup. So it's not too bad. Sea salt, excellent. And sunflower, lecithin. So that's pretty damn good because that's actually a nutritional supplement, right? And it does have artificial flavors, so that's not really not really cool, right? It does have artificial flavors, um, vanilla, caramel, butterfat, and salt. Why did they put more freaking salt in it if they already put sea salt in it? Um, so yeah, so not too shabby. Way, way better than the powder crap you get to make hot chocolate. This is better. So go down to Dollar General store, buy yourself one of these. If you don't like Dollar General, if you search around, Walmart, they also have caramel and sea salt, milk chocolate. And they also have something called toffee, which sounds interesting. Um, Toffee, sea salt, and milk chocolate. But this is the one I'm using, and it's pretty damn good. So that's all I've got. I didn't get anything for the doggy. Okay, so oh, and I bought one more thing. It was in the dollar section. They actually have a dollar section. That's amazing that they actually still have stuff for $1. And the big truck just got here with all the stuff. So I bought this. I know that it's got a bunch of crap in it, right? But I'm not at a Walmart. If I was at a Walmart, I'd buy Kirk's old time soap. It doesn't have any of this junk in it. All it has is tallow and that's it. But I know this one uses a bunch of freaking It uses so much stuff you can't even pronounce the names of them. But I needed bar soap, so I went ahead and bought it anyway. Next time I'm at Walmart, I'll get the good stuff. Okay, so stay tuned for more live streams soon. Signing out from Coalinga, California, and I'll end the video now because the Verizon signal here in Coalinga is absolute garbage. I tried sending them a message, but I guess you have to send them a message between 7 a.m. and 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. something like that, to let them know about this issue that's going on over in Coalinga, California. They need to go do some work on the tower because the signal here is absolutely freaking lousy. You can make a video from Avenel, California, and you get 5 bars on 5G. But out here in Coalinga, it's absolute garbage. If I even try driving down the street, the signal just completely is gone. So that's why I'm going to shut it off right here and put a gallon of gas, I guess, maybe 2 gallons, and then I'm going to then I'll see you later out at the ranch. It's not raining, so it's not too muddy out there right now. I was kind of like stuck in there for 2 days, but today I went and I got some stuff to eat, so I've been pigging out, right? Kind of pigging out, but I didn't get any meat. I was going to get that lasagna. I told you I was talking to this one girl in the store, lady in the store, and it's really strange because usually people don't talk to you, right? If you're in a store and you ask someone a question, they're like you just got here from Mars or something, right? But I asked her about this linguiça, and I'm like, man, when I got home, I was just like, I had the chili verde, and I was gonna buy some more if I saw some in here too. But the chili verde was awesome, and I'm like, man, I should have got that linguiça, right? And that they also sell chorizo that's like a linguiça. It's different than the chorizo that you make. You fry it up and then you let it dissolve. It's different than that. So well, it has something that I try to not consume, right? Because I know that you're supposed to have a diet loaded with herbs to get rid of these buggers, right? And that's why in Asia, the Asian people, they have no problem consuming this stuff. But on another aspect, if I were living in Tennessee, Idaho, Arkansas, or Louisiana, I would probably be consuming a lot more of it because you could walk right into Rite Aid or Walmart and buy yourself some ivermectin and fembendazole, or you can order it right on Facebook. Here you can't. They just passed a new law. Not unless you order it for your horse or your doggy or your cat and take that. Because it gets this bugger. And if you want to see the bugger I'm talking about, you thought Booski was bad? Booski ain't got nothing on this joker. Okay? If you want to see it, type in the YouTube search engine, woman with worm in her brain. Delano, California. Okay, Delano's just a hop, skip, and a jump from here. They got the whole thing. The news covered it or whatever because this bugger um, can cross the blood-brain barrier. Okay, and well, I stay away from it because Western food is polluted. It's disgusting what they're doing to the food supply. Okay, and and if you read Hulda Clark, she'll tell you something about parasites and pollutants. It's no bueno. What they're putting in the food is basically pollutants. Okay? Our food is considered hazardous, toxic waste and has to be labeled as such to enter Europe, which means they don't want none of this crap. Who's going to eat something that's labeled hazardous, toxic waste? And so that's why I stay away from it. Other people may be perfectly fine, but this lady apparently wasn't either, right? A lot of people aren't aware of this stuff. That's why people are just barely starting to find out what Kevin Trudeau wrote in his book. All this stuff that people are discovering. Now, Kevin Trudeau talked about in his book, I'm not saying he's an angel, I'm not saying that he wrote the book for the goodness of out of his heart. Nevertheless, nobody else had the freaking kahunas to come out and tell the people, because these people would take you off the face of the earth, take you off the face of the planet. Back 20 years ago when he wrote the book, people were leaving this place like a bat out of hell, anybody who was in alternative medicine. So now the people are finally starting to find out the stuff that he was talking about in that book. Okay? And other countries are not like this. Okay? And that's why they don't want our food in other countries, namely Europe. It's against the law to import our food into the country. It has to be labeled hazardous, toxic waste. And you can also find out about this by going to Amazon. And even if you're poor, sign up for the free Prime trial. They give you a free Prime trial at the drop of a hat. I can get free Prime trial right now, and then you just, before a month is up, you discontinue the trial. It's a free trial, and you can go in and listen to books for free. So you can go to Amazon and look for Kevin Trudeau and look for his book that was the #1 bestseller. It's an audio book, and listen to it. Listen to it when you're in your car driving around. Whenever you got time. You will be astounded. And if the movie ever comes out of what happened to him, they put him in prison for almost 10 years. It was a prison camp. Some people call it a cakewalk, right? But when you're a multimillionaire used to flying all around the world, and they put you in one of those, that's freaking devastating. He went in there looking young, and when he came out, he looked like an old man. And so anyone who tries to deny any of the stuff that's in there is a fool, because everybody is finally finding out that it's all true. 20 years later. And so I've got the disc. You can go get the discs if you have a CD player in your car. That's the best way to listen to it, right? In your car when you have time when you're driving. And it's a 12 disc CD set. He reads the book to you himself. If you don't like to read books, if you don't have the time or whatever, um, he reads the book to you word for word himself on this audio disc set, and you'll hear everything that's in the book. You'll hear it. Okay? Um, you will be astounded that the FDA, I told you the FDA is basically the Nazi Gestapo. If you don't believe me, do research on Project Paperclip. Okay? This is when all that stuff went down with Hitler. I read the whole book. It's called Martin Bormann, Nazi in Exile. Okay? Um, all their people came over here to the United States. Okay? And that's who they are. Because they come into your house 3 o'clock in the morning with freaking guns drawn. Loaded freaking weapons. Throw you on the ground with no search warrant. That's exactly Nazi Gestapo style. So, if you don't believe it, read, what's her name? Foyer. What's her first name? I forget her name. But anyway, she wrote a book called The FDA's Crimes Against Humanity or something like that. I've showed the book a lot of times. I told you it's a page turner. But Kevin Trudeau is the one who told you all the stuff these corporations were doing to the food. Okay, these people in the other book I just mentioned, that's just about whole wheat bread. The whole book is about whole wheat bread, and how over in Washington, Seattle, the FDA came with guns drawn because of whole wheat bread. This was back in like the 70s when whole wheat bread was you couldn't even say it was good for you. That's why they went over there. They said this is whole wheat bread and it's good for you, right? They said, well, that means it's a drug. That means it's a drug, so we have to confiscate it. And they're like, well, let us at least give it to the homeless people. No, we have to take it and burn it, right? And so that's why it's a page turner. So the FDA's Crimes Against Humanity, I think that's what it is. So now I'm kind of stuck here because this guy's trying to park this truck. So that's why I know all this stuff. Okay? I'm not just making it up. Check it out. I don't see why he's sitting there honking. He's got somebody to help him park it. Check for yourself and you'll see this stuff. Now, ivermectin, it does get boosky, but I don't know about that one that she had that crossed the blood-brain barrier. You would have to do your own research on there or ask Kevin Trudeau. He'll probably know, right? Or even what the name of it is. And that's not no little just, microbe. This is it looked pretty hairy there. Check it out yourself. You could probably find it by saying woman with worm in her brain Delano, California. Okay, Delano is spelled Delano, Delano, California. It happened right here not too long ago. And they got the surgeon, he's on there. And they got her and her kids and her husband. Okay, so thanks for tuning in, and I'll talk to you later.